He did his thing with 35 points, including 7 made threes. But the Blazers were able to snap their 9-game losing streak to the Golden State Warriors, and they'll look to regroup Monday at home against the Memphis Grizzlies as we welcome everybody to Toyota Warriors. Post-game live with my main man, NBA champion, Festus Ezeli. I am Bonte Hill. And once the Blazers took control at the end of the second quarter, it was all them in the second half. They got out and ran. And what did we say, Fezzi? Take care of the basketball.
Wow. Take care of the basketball, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Bonte, this looked like exactly what it was. This is the third game in 4 nights. This could be one of those burn the tape games. This is early in the season for a burn the tape game.
You already going to use that?
Oh, man. This was the tough one. The young Portland Trailblazers, they knew exactly what the mission was. You have to run the tired legs of the Warriors, who just played an overtime game last night. It's really hard. Human nature is you play up to your competition and you play down to the competition. I think the Warriors came into this game thinking it was going to be easy to win, but in the West, there are no easy games in the West anymore.
No doubt about that. The Warriors committed 8 turnovers last night, tonight 25, and they started getting sloppy late in the second quarter. As this was a nip-and-tuck game, Blazers were starting to bring the energy, and then a 19-5 run at the end of the second quarter. Really, that was it. They didn't look back after this. And you see what happened here. Sharpe was getting to the rim, but Deni Avdija was rolling with 20 first-half points.
Deni Avdija, he was the MVP of the All-Star game in Europe at 18. So this is a guy that can really go. But what I saw from the Portland Trailblazers is young athletes with fresh legs. That's like the kryptonite for the Warriors tonight, because you got older athletes and very tired legs. And so this is where Jonathan Kuminga can come through. But what I also love is the fact that Steph Curry was phenomenal tonight. He was brilliant. He looks healthy. He looks great. But the Warriors just could not withstand the pressure, the physicality, the athleticism. They're young. They're long. They're out there on the defensive end. They're getting steals, and they're running the whole time. 25 turnovers for the Warriors. Can't win like that.
Top 10 defense post-All-Star break last season for the Blazers. Anthony Edwards the other night said, hey, look, this will be no walk in the park anymore with this young Blazers team. And they got 2 feet in the paint all night long. They outscored the Warriors in the paint 66-30. Wow. So they broke down the defense, which led to some pretty good three-point shooting. They were lights out from the three-point line, making 11 in that first half overall, Fezzi. They were 16-34 from the perimeter.
So what I saw is they just could get by defenders. They were getting into the paint. Like I said, and I'll keep saying this, they're young athletes. This is something the Warriors are going to have to contend with, because the West is really young. Look at the top teams. OKC, Houston. I mean, even New Orleans. Look at Zion Williams. He was dunking on Wembanyama today. Like, there are a lot of young athletes. The Warriors have to figure out a way to really counter that. But tonight, you could give the excuse of the fact that this is the back-to-back. This is the third game in 4 nights. But I think the Warriors would love the chance to come back and start this game over just taking care of the ball.
Yeah, 8 different Blazers hit a 3 tonight for Portland. But the Warriors getting off to that slow start. Look, they were rolling Stephen Curry 11 straight in the first quarter. We'll get to his tape in just a moment. But the Blazers, they kept attacking, and they made the game faster than what the Warriors wanted to play. And we saw the loss of Al Horford tonight, as he's not playing in back-to-backs so far, or he won't play in back-to-backs all season, I should say.
All right, so what I saw was, Al Horford's not playing. So the Warriors start Quentin Post in his stead, because you have Jonathan Kuminga, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green in the starting lineup. So you want to create some space. The way I see this playing out is, for those guys, the role players, the Moses Moody's who come into the game, the Brandon Pajemskis, Quentin Post, these guys have to hit shots. It's really incredible that Steph Curry was still able to create space on his own. Steph is his own guy. He's a magician. He's always going to find a way to put the ball in the basket. But everybody else around him, those role players got to make shots, because when they do, then Jimmy Butler has space to operate. Then Jonathan Kuminga has driving lanes. You saw some plays where Jonathan Kuminga went downhill. He went into the paint, dunked on a couple people. Eric Congo's coming soon. And, those are the things that you want to see more of when the offense is really cooking.
Well, let's get to Stephen Curry, because he is aging like a fine wine tonight. His second consecutive half with at least 20 points. He was rolling in the first half, 24. Finished with a game-high 35 points. He's on a heater right now, Fezzi, 7-14. At one point in the first quarter, he scored 11 straight and had 16 in that opening frame.
I just want to know what everybody else's excuse is, because this guy has 35,000 minutes in NBA, playing incredible, high-intense basketball. He's running all over the place. He's cutting. He's making big shots. And so if he's setting the tone like this, I think it needs to raise everybody else's level of game. Steph was brilliant. This is inspiring. This is actually what makes the Warriors feel like that championship ceiling is still there.
You saw the 4-point play right there. They try to get the Warriors back in it. Steve Kerr yanked his starters with 9:21 left. That says 2 blocks.
2 blocks?
Playing a little defense here.
Okay, I
had
see
to block
that.
against the LA Lakers as well. But Steve Kerr yanked his starters with 9:21 left in the fourth quarter. He may have had a 40-burger, but the Warriors were down 18 at that point. No sense of running him into the ground. Let's talk about Jonathan Kuminga, who's starting to find his groove. 8 rebounds tonight for JK, including 16 points. The turnovers were a bugaboo for everybody on this roster. Stephen Curry and JK have 4 turnovers apiece. But look at that, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 7 field goal attempts, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. But he's rebounding, he's passing, and there will be some air Congos yelled tonight on the postgame show.
Yeah, this is nasty, JK. I love the aggression. 8 rebounds is big. That shows a high intensity of energy. That right there is on a big man going downhill. These are plays I want to see more of. But for JK, I think the Warriors are trying to figure out who their third scorer is going to be. You know, Jimmy Butler is the second scorer. Steph is always going to be the first. And JK, he has to find spaces within the system, find ways to really take over. And his athleticism is really needed. On games like this, you have young athletes. JK still stood out. He's going against guys who are super athletic on the other team. So this is where the Warriors have a strength. They have a guy who can go against the other young athletes.
Now, something we'll monitor all season long is when Al Horford is not playing in these back-to-backs. Who will step up off the bench? Who will step up in his role? Well, QP got to start for the Golden State Warriors, so Brendan Pajitsky slided to the bench alongside Moses Moody. At one point, the Blazers just dominated. Jeremy Grant came off the bench with 17 first-half points, and at one point, the Blazers were outscoring the Warriors 32-8 when it came to bench points.
Well, the bench for the Blazers really kicked the Warriors' bench's tails tonight. See, I had to catch myself.
We have kids watching.
No, I mean, you have to really think. Moses Moody is his first game back. Buddy Hield, we need him to come into the game and hit shots. The Warriors the thing that took the Warriors out of their rotation is the turnovers were really bad. It really took them out of the flow of the game. I understand, because when you're tired, those passes that are usually on time and on target, they're 1 second late. The defense is long and they're athletic. They're getting out and passing lanes. Kamar is exactly what you think he is. He's a great defender. He's getting out there, he's getting steals, and they're running, and that's what you don't want for a young team. So I thought the Warriors just did a sloppy job in the first half. The Portland Trail Blazers got confidence, and it was just really hard to stop.
T. Stiebel off the bench, too. He hit some threes. We know he's a solid defender, but the shot making from the bench, Brendan Pajitsky, 2 of 9. Buddy Hield, only 2 field goal attempts, Fezzi fell, and Moses Moody in his first game back, his debut for this season, just 1 of 6, so the Warriors couldn't get anybody else to hit some shots. But as you mentioned, the rhythm was off because of the turnovers.
So can we say we burning the tape now? Are we burning the tape?
It's only game 3, Fezzi. Well, Fitz said it at the end of the fourth quarter. We go ahead and burn the tape.
All right, so guys, if you don't understand, if you're just tuning into our show, you burn the tape when you have a really terrible game. Usually we save that for later in the season, but because the Warriors are started off 3 games in 4 nights, it looked like they have really slow legs. I can say we can start off this season with burning this tape.
No, don't you want to teach your young fellas?
You can teach them by saying taking care of the ball. Taking care of the ball is important. You can't let the young teams, you can't let teams who are truly trying to find their confidence, you can't let them get into the game and gain that confidence by giving them easy layups. I thought they gave the Trailblazers a lot of easy layups at the rim.